This story is about a town called Bern, Indiana. It's an Amish community. Founded in 1852 by Swiss settlers. Bern, Indiana was founded in 1852 by Swiss settlers, a little less than 20 years after the county it is in was established by statute. Almost all the Amish in this community are descended from Switzerland, and when asked what language it is they speak, an Amish man told me it is called Pennsylvania Dutch. This is the big Mennonite church which is in the center of town. Mennonites are typically somebody that's left the Amish church and went to an English church, so they become Mennonites. This isn't the case every time, but in Bern, Indiana it seems to be the case. And now also in the center of town is the Münsterberg Clock Tower Plaza and Park. It's modeled after a clock tower in Switzerland. The clock tower was built by private donations from the citizens of Bern. If you are from this area, it is no surprise to see Amish and their horse-drawn vehicles on the roads. But if you're not from this area, this may surprise you and strike you as a little curious to see this type of transportation still being used on the roadways. And as you drive around town and visit different stores, you will see how this town and its businesses accommodate for the Amish and their horse-drawn vehicles. There are several horse and buggy parking spots located throughout the city. They provide shelter for the horses, a place to keep them secure, and most of the time a place so they will not be startled by vehicle traffic, and this is to keep them calm. Amish have to constantly contend with modern technology, even though they prefer not to use it. Amish, according to the rules of their church, do not have electricity, cell phones, and do not drive motorized vehicles. And they also do not get a driver's license due to their religion not allowing their photograph to be taken. Traffic can be difficult with buggies around, and power lines running across the countryside just skip right over the Amish homes. Amish tend to mostly work as carpenters and farmers, supplying food for their families and some for sale to the markets. Here is pictured a heavy workhorse that is used to plow into the ground using only horsepower from an animal, not a machine. But many will start small specialty shops like you see here. They build buggies for their communities and blacksmith steel products for home or such as steel stoves, horseshoes, steel bands around buggy wheels, and other hardware. They also set up different markets for food, which everyone in the county, Amish and English, get to enjoy. Sometimes they have very unique items in these markets. And as you can see from the design of this Amish business, they always like to have several windows installed to let in as much natural light as possible due to not having electricity. At night, when they need light, they will typically use fuel oil lanterns and occasionally battery-powered lights. Amish church gatherings are held at a member of the church's home every Sunday. The locations vary weekly, and every Amish community around the country will have the head bishops, usually about 3 men that govern all church and school activity, in which a new school is built similar to the ones here every time a new church is formed in the community. They will also negotiate with hospitals for payment for its services since Amish don't carry typical health insurance. The Amish churches will always pay cash for their services. These 3 head bishops will also deal with legal issues affecting the Amish, even if that means lobbying to the state legislature. As you look around an Amish community, you will see that almost all of their homes, barns, and buildings are all uniform in color and design. And all Amish will always look similar in appearance to each other as well. This includes the boys and the girls. All of their hats, dresses, shirts, pants, buggies, and home designs. This is because they don't want to look like they covet anything or look too proud, and they just want to have the same thing as everyone else to prevent jealousy or to prevent themselves from standing out. They don't want something that others don't have. And as you see from this picture, they like to use windmills to pump their wells for fresh water drawn from the water table underground. By harnessing the wind power, which is an ancient design, they can get fresh water for themselves, their livestock, and their gardens and fields. Here in Bern, they really like to resemble Swiss architecture and design. This is the main bank in Bern. It's called the First Bank of Bern. This is a furniture store here in Bern. It is also of Swiss design. There are several different furniture stores in Bern, a lot of them selling handmade furniture. There's a local family with a strong Amish name, Graber, started Graber Insurance Agency, and this is their building, which is also Swiss design. Our police station and ambulance building, too, has been designed after Swiss architecture. This is to just follow the theme of the town, which is mostly from Switzerland. And when you get to that point in your life when you need round-the-clock care as an elderly person, you can even retire and be cared for at Swiss Village Retirement Center. It's one of the nicest retirement homes in Indiana. This was built and is located right beside the clock tower in the Clock Tower Plaza. It's called a canton tree, and it's designed to show the 26 cantons, or states, in Switzerland, and also to show friendship between the United States, Indiana, and Switzerland. This is a symbol of respect and peace shared by even Great Britain and Switzerland as well. My family on my mother's side's last name is Schwartz. They were from an Amish background. This is my great-grandpa John and his wife Barbara. They were born in the late 1800s and were Amish their whole lives. I grew up around Amish my whole life, although I was never born or raised Amish, and I know very little of their language. I have a great respect for that lifestyle, and at times I find it very attractive, if I could just get used to not having television. I hope everyone learns something about the Amish life and a nice community you can visit to see and experience it firsthand. I did take all the pictures in this story, except for the one of my great-grandparents. I could not find out who took that picture. And remember, always look out for buggies on the roadways if you come to Adams County and Bern, Indiana. Thank you.